is Bhawesh Wasnik, negotiator and coordinator of Team Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj. Today, our team is going to deliver a video on the topic India Unplugged, a deep dive into India's population dynamic. Let's start the video.
Hello everyone, my name is Aradhya Sharma. So today my topic is historical population growth in India. Today we will explore the fascinating journey of India's population growth. Understanding this evolution helps us appreciate the challenges and opportunities that lie ahead. Historical population growth in India. India's population has been dramatic changes over the centuries, influenced by various factors including agriculture, trade, invasions, and colonial policies. Let's delve into the major periods that have shaped our demographic landscape. Moving to the next slide, ancient and medieval period. In the ancient period, India was home to advanced civilizations like the Indus Valley Civilization, which thrived around 2500 BCE. These early urban centers, such as Harappa and Mohenjo-daro, supported substantial populations due to their sophisticated infrastructure and agricultural practices. Visualize bustling ancient streets filled with traders and farmers. During the Maurya and Gupta empires, India saw significant population growth due to political stability and economic prosperity. However, records from these periods are not comprehensive, and estimates suggest a population ranging from 20 to 100 million. Moving to the next slide, pre-colonial era. The pre-colonial era, spanning from 1500 CE to 1750 CE, was marked by the rise of powerful regional kingdoms and empires like the Mughal Empire. Agriculture advancements, trade, and relatively stable governance contributed to population growth. By the early 18th century, the population of India was estimated to around 125 million. Think of the flourishing markets and expanding cities during this time. However, this period also experienced famine and conflicts that periodically affected population numbers. Moving to the next slide, colonial period. The British colonial period brought significant demographic changes. From the mid 18th century to the mid 20th century, India's population experienced fluctuations due to factors like famines, public health initiatives, and economic exploitation. Consider the Bengal famine of 1943, which had a devastating impact on the population. Despite these challenges, the population grew from approximately 125 million to in 750 to about 350 million by the time of India's independence in 1947. Moving to the next slide, post-independence growth. Post-independence, India's population growth accelerated rapidly. Advances in medical sciences, improved sanitation, and better healthcare led to a significant decline in mortality rates. The Green Revolution of 1960 and 70s boosted agricultural productivity, supporting the growing population. Imagine the vast agricultural fields and thriving rural communities. The population doubled from 361 million in 1951 to over 700 million by 1981. Moving to the next slide, contemporary period. Today, India is the second most populous country in the world with over 1.4 billion people. This massive population presents both opportunities and challenges. On one hand, a large working age population can drive economic growth. On the other hand, it leads to issues like urban congestion, environmental degradation, and pressure on healthcare and education systems. Visualize modern landscape bustling with activity, but also grappling with infrastructure challenges. Now, the next slide is demographic trends and challenges. India's demographic trends signal both potential and obstacles. Balancing population growth with sustainable development is crucial. Effective family planning programs, educational outreach, and sustainable urban development strategies are essential to manage this growth. Think of initiatives focused on education, healthcare, and environmental conservation. In conclusion, moving to the next slide, In conclusion, India's population growth story is a testament to its resilience and adaptability. By learning from our past and implementing thoughtful policies, we can harness our demographic potential for a prosperous future.
Hello everyone, my name is Sai Charan. My topic is demographic breakdown of India's population. India, the world's second most populous country, is home for over 1.4 billion people as of 2024. This vast population is diverse in age, gender, culture, and geography, presenting unique challenges and opportunities. Let us break down this demographic landscape. First slide. Population breakdown by age. First, examining the population by age groups, children aged 0 to 14 years make up around 26%, representing the future innovators of the nation. The working age group 15 to 64 years constitutes nearly 67%, offering India a rare demographic dividend, a workforce capable of driving economic growth. However, this comes with challenges such as creating sufficient jobs and ensuring skill development. Meanwhile, senior citizens 65 plus years, who form 7%, benefit from improved healthcare but demand robust social security systems. Coming to the next one. India's gender composition. Next, India's gender composition shows a slight male-female imbalance with approximately 1020 males for every 1000 females. While striding in women's empowerment, such as increased literacy and workforce, persists especially in rural areas. Addressing these disparities is key to inclusive growth. Next slide. Urbanization trends in India. Urbanization is a significant trend shaping India's population dynamics. Currently, 35% of Indians live in urban areas, with cities like Delhi, Mumbai, and Bangalore, Chennai, Hyderabad, and Kolkata acting as economic hub. Migration from rural to urban areas constitutes to rise driven by opportunities for employment, education, and healthcare. However, this rapid urbanization strains infrastructure, leading to overcrowding, housing shortage, and waste management issues. Simultaneously, urban centers remain critical engines of growth, fostering innovation and raising living standards. A bar graph of urbanization from 1950 to 2024 can illustrate this growth effectively. Next slide. India's diversity. India's diversity is one of its greatest assets. With 22 official languages, multiple religions, and rich traditions, the country's culture draws global attention. However, it faces social challenges, including regional inequalities, caste-based inequalities, and occasional regional tensions, which need to be managed to ensure harmony. Next slide. India's population trends. Looking forward, India's population is expected to grow steadily with a peak anticipated in the mid-21st century. Comparisons with countries like China and USA reveal that India's demographic profile gives it a competitive edge in terms of workforce availability. In conclusion, India's vast and diverse population provides unparalleled opportunities, particularly in economic growth, cultural enrichment, and innovation. Inequality and rural-urban disparities require proactive policy investments. By investing in education, healthcare, and sustainable organizations, India can turn its population into its most significant strength.
There's a big question. How will this city take care of 15 million people? Will there be enough food, water, and energy for everyone? This is where population growth becomes a critical issue. We often think of it with a sense of concern, imagining a world that's too crowded or stretched too thin to support us all. The idea of our planet becoming overwhelmed is a common concern. However, there's more to the story than just the numbers. When we talk about the population growth, it's important to recognize that this growth doesn't look the same everywhere. It's not just a simple increase in number, it's a complex, diverse phenomenon. and understanding that diversity is key to addressing the challenges, embracing the opportunities it brings. Population growth. Population growth refers to the increase in the number of individuals in a population over a specific period of time. It's a key concept for understanding demographic trends and how societies evolve. This growth is influenced by three main factors: birth rate, death rate, and migration. These factors determine how quickly a population grows and vary from one place to another. Let's start by looking from at the big picture. Today, the world population stands at over 8 billion. That's a staggering number. Over the last 100 years, we have more than tripled in size. In fact, in just the next 30 years, we are projected to add another 2 billion people. The rapid acceleration in growth is largely due to advances in healthcare, agriculture, and technology. However, it's important to recognize that this growth isn't happening at the same pace everywhere. Different regions are experiencing different rates of population increases. Let me show you a map of the world. In regions like Africa, population growth is booming. Countries like Nigeria, Ethiopia, and the Democratic Republic of the Congo are expected to see their population double by 2050. Median age in this country is often under 20, which means a youthful, vibrant, and rapidly expanding demographic. On the other hand, in parts of Europe and East Asia, population growth is slowly down or even declining. Countries like Japan, Italy, and Germany are seeing aging population with fewer younger people entering the workforce. In some of these countries, people are having fewer children and life expectancy is rising, leading to challenges in sustaining economic growth and caring for an older population. The diverse growth rate is where things get interesting because while population growth in some areas present challenges such as overcrowding, resource scarcity, and environmental strain, in others it presents opportunities like innovation, youthful energy, and a fresh workforce. The diversity in population growth brings us to another important point: the impact on culture and economy. As population grow, they shape cultures in different ways. In some fast growing areas, the expansion of young population means a surge in creativity, entrepreneurship, and a drive for change. Imagine the energy and dynamism of a youth driven society. Innovation thrives in environments where young people are eager to take risks, explore new ideas, and push boundaries. Africa is a prime example of this. With its booming population, we are seeing the rise of tech hubs, fintech revolutions, and cultural movements that are reshaping the global landscape. However, in places with stagnant or declining populations like many European countries, there's a cultural shift towards preserving tradition, maintaining social system, and grappling with the challenges of our aging population. The Japanese concept of kintsugi, where broken pottery is repaired with gold, could be seen as a metaphor for the efforts these nations are making to piece together an aging society while still finding value in what you remains economically. Diverse population growth impacts global markets, labor forces, and innovation. A young expanding population means more workers, more consumers, and more demands for goods and services. But in countries with shrinking populations, labor shortages, economic slowdown, and rising healthcare costs are pressing issues.
Hello everyone, my name is Bhawesh Wasnik. Today I am going to talk about the challenges due to overpopulation in India. Lack of jobs due to overpopulation in India. India population has crossed over 1.5 billion and we are set to become the most populous country in the world. While population growth is often seen as a thriving sign of a society, it also places immense pressure on our resources, infrastructure, and most critically, our job market. The challenges we face is not merely the job creation but also the sustainability of those jobs in light of ever growing workforce. Let us consider a few stark statistics. Every year, about 1.2 million young people enter in India's workforce, yet the job creation rate is not as high as the particularly among the youth. The mismatch between the skills of our workforce and the need of the job market are the exceptional problem. Many young people, despite being educated, are not able to meet the employment because the skill they possess do not align with the demand of the employer. This situation is further complicated by the growth of automation and artificial intelligence, which have revolutionized the industry but also lead displacement of many traditional jobs. As technology advances, many sectors that once employed millions are shrinking. While the jobs are created by emerging technologies are often highly specialized and require advanced skills that many workers do not possess, another critical issue is over the dependence of informal sector. A significant, a significant section of India's population are India's population workforce is engaged in low-paying, unstable jobs in agriculture, retail, or sales. These jobs often lack security, benefits, or opportunity for growth, and they are insufficient to support the rising expectation of an increasing educated population. So, what are the solutions? First and foremost, we need to focus on the education and skill development. There is a need to rethink our education system to ensure that it prepares students not just for a job but a career that are adaptable to change the market demand. Technical training, vocational education, and soft skill development must be prioritized to equip young people with the necessary tools to succeed in a competitive job market. Secondly, entrepreneurship. Entrepreneurship should be encouraged with a right support system in place. Young Indians can create jobs for themselves and others. Government policies and initiatives like Startup India needs to be strengthened, providing not only financial support but also mentorship and infrastructure for building entrepreneurs. Thirdly, we must also focus on creating sustainable industries. Green digital services offer huge potential for employment. By investing in these sectors, India can create millions of jobs while also contributing to environment. Lastly, the government must ensure the economical growth translate into job growth, infrastructure development, investment in manufacturing, and focusing on creating industries that can absorb a large workforce are essential. Lack of facilities. Let's begin with housing. As people are migrating to cities in search of jobs and better lifestyle, the supply and demand of housing are outstripped. This has led to poor lifestyle and some increase of slum, where millions of people live in standard conditions without proper sanitation, clean water, or even electricity. Overcrowding is a reality in many urban centers that and the lack of affordable house leaves thousands of people without a roof or over their head. The strain of housing resources is not only a social issue but also a health and safety risk. Next, consider the healthcare system. The growth in population has placed immense burden on public health facilities. Hospital, clinics, especially in rural areas, are overwhelmed by the volume of patients, leading to long waits and insufficient medical staff and unable to provide healthcare services. So many access to quality healthcare remains distinct dreams. The shortage of healthcare professionals that lack advanced medical equipment and poor condition of healthcare facilities in remote areas are a crisis. Education. Education is another suffering due to the overpopulation growth. While India has made great strides in improving literacy rates, the rapid population growth increase has put school, colleges, and university under pressure. In many cities, classrooms are overcrowded and the teachers are overwhelmed with the large number of students. Education infrastructure such as classroom and educational material and even basic needs like clean drinking water is often lacking. This leads to significant gap in a quality education provided by the government. The lack of transport. The lack of transport infrastructure is also pressing concern as urban acceleration cities struggle to provide efficient public transport. Traffic congestion has become a daily nightmare in most major cities, with roads that are once designed for fewer vehicles now crowded with buses, rickshaws, and many other cars. This not only wastes time but also contribute to air population and disorientation of quality life for urban people. The public transport system is in smaller cities and rural areas often remain underdeveloped, making community a huge challenge. Water resources. Water resources are another critical area after population growth. With the increasing number of people, the demand for clean water are skyrocket, and many regions, particularly in rural area, faces severe water shortage. Can you imagine living in an area that is not sufficient for a clean drinking water? So we need to think about this in order to uh, find the solution of these areas. We need to think about controlling the population, and let us further discuss about this solution in the video.
Hello, myself Monu Nagar. I am going to represent the government policies and solutions regarding population control. First, we talk about the National Population Policy. The National Population Policy was introduced in 2000 with the ambitious goal of achieving a stable population by 2045. It aims to address high birth rates, early marriages, and improve maternal child health. The policy focuses on making contraceptives more widely available, improving health facilities, and spreading awareness about family planning across the country. By targeting a total fertility rate of 2.1 by 2010 and keeping it there, the NPP is crucial for sustainable development. The government has made remarkable progress through increased accessibility to contraception, improved maternal health services, and community-based interventions. My second one point is Mission Parivar Vikas. In 2016, the government launched Mission Parivar Vikas, a targeted initiative focusing on high fertility districts. These regions struggle with rapid population growth due to limited access to family planning services. The mission aims to provide contraceptives, improve maternal health services, and educate communities about family planning. Since its launch, there has been a noticeable improvement in contraceptive use, a reduction in fertility rates in these regions. Highlighting the importance of targeted government interventions, the initiative is helping to shape a healthier, more sustainable future for these communities. After all, this government also released health and family welfare programs. Health and family welfare programs are the heart of the India's population management strategy. Initiatives like Janani Suraksha Yojana ensure safe deliveries and better maternal health in rural areas. Mission Indradhanush aims to enhance immunization coverage for children, ensuring they are protected from preventable disease. These programs are not only help manage population growth but also significantly improve overall health outcomes across the country. By making essential services more accessible, the government is setting a foundation for healthier, more productive future generations. Let's talk about awareness campaigns and community engagement programs governed by government. Community engagement and public awareness campaigns have been crucial in changing social attitudes towards family planning and gender equality. Government initiatives like Beti Bachao, Beti Padhao encourage families to adopt smaller families' norms and make informed reproductive choices. These campaigns educate communities about the benefits of family planning and empower women to take control of their health. They have been instrumental in reshaping the societal norms and fostering a more progressive view on population management by involving local communities and tailoring messages to specific needs. The government can effectively encourage sustainable family planning services. After all this, let's have a look at challenges and future directions. Despite significant progress, challenges remain. Many areas, especially in rural and marginalized communities, still lack adequate healthcare access, awareness about family planning, and necessary resources. To overcome these challenges, experts suggest the government needs to focus on community participation, local adoption of policies, and leveraging data to bridge these gaps. The future of India's population management will depend on integrating local knowledge, continuous policy refinement, and ensuring the benefits of government initiatives like reach every citizen. Moving forward, a collaborative approach involving government, civil society, and communities is the key to addressing these challenges. That's all about government policies and solutions regarding population control.
Hello everyone, it's Sahaj Gujarati. So further moving, let's talk about future projections and solutions for India's growing population. So let's move the next slide. That is, okay. India is set to surpass 1.5 billion population by 2030, and it presents both challenges and opportunities. More than 40% of Indians expected to live in cities by 2040. So let's further move with the next slide. Okay. This urban shifting demands robust infrastructure and smart cities. By integrating the technologies of AI and data analytics, cities can provide systems and devices running on solar panels and other solar panels directly to maintain decrease materialistic wastage from Earth's planet Earth. So let's further move with the next slide. Okay. For that, we as humans needs to get connected to AM and get familiar with it. It is actually very bit scary, but it can reduce our and control uh, positively for us to get that emotional connection as well. So let's further move with the next slide. Okay. So to balance population growth, digital farming and multi-level farming can be introduced, as you can see in the slide itself as well.
Right now, we are here at aerial view of barren, cracked lands with dry soil and no crops growing, as you can see here as well.
So, to solve this problem, let's first understand about barren land. Barren land is a growing threat to global agriculture. When soil loses its fertility, it no longer supports healthy crops, leading to reduced yields and ultimately food insecurity. So, but what exactly causes land to become barren? So, to answer this question, overfarming, deforestation, and excessive use of chemicals can strip the soil of its essential nutrients. Erosion from wind and water further degrades the land, leaving it infertile and unsuitable for planting. This results in diminished crop production, higher costs for farmers, and growing challenge to feed the world population. But all hope is not lost. There are solutions that can restore fertility to barren land and ensure sustainable farming practice. Crop rotation helps maintain soil health by preventing nutrient depletion. Planting covers crops like legumes can fix nitrogen in the soil, while organic fertilizers and compost restore nutrients naturally. Terracing and windbreaks can prevent soil erosion and protect against the elements and enhance water retention. Additionally, practices like agroforestry, integrating trees and crops, improve biodiversity and soil structure. Education and training are also key. By empowering farmers with knowledge on sustainable practices, we can turn barren land into fertile soil once more. With the right solution, we can combat the challenges of barren land and ensure a future where farming thrives. Together, we can restore the earth one field at a time. So now let's further move with the next slide. Okay, so now we can use EdTech rapidly covering all the educational fields, and then education through technology can have long-term sustainability that actually is a positive sign for future. Online learning can help to bridge the education for the students who lives far away as well. It is also eco-friendly where tons of trees will not get wasted, and instead of wasting all the trees we can actually able to just cover all the notes, and you will get digital notes on the screen itself. So thank you.